What is a facilitator? Ayun yung ating pag-uusapan ngayong umaga na ito. So ano ba pag sinabi natin na facilitators? Pag ba facilitator, tayo ba yung nagbibigay ng lahat ng content o tayo lang ba yung nagmo-moderate sa kanila? So ano ba yan? Ano ba yung mga trabaho ng facilitator? So ano ba yung facilitator na yan? Ayan. So ito po yung ating facilitator. So a facilitator is a person who helps, ha? Who helps daw, tinutulungan daw. Hindi nagpapagulo lalo. Okay, kasi minsan alam niyo may mga facilitators, ha. Ito totoo, ha. Yung siya nag-facilitate lalong gumulo yung meeting, parang hindi ko naintindihan yung mga points. Kaya kailangan yung facilitator merong command of the language, ano, malinaw. Work together better. Okay, understand their objectives. Ayan, so syempre may goal tayo like 30-minute meeting lang ba ito? 1 hour meeting lang ba ito? Kailangan makascade natin lahat, ma-relay natin lahat. So how are we going to give or deliver the objectives, okay? And plan how to achieve these objectives, okay, during meetings or discussions, okay? So in doing so, the facilitator remains neutral. 'Di ba? So neutral tayo. Meaning to say, ang facilitator po hindi nagte-take ng particular position in the discussion. Kasi yung facilitator, siya lang yung facilitate, no, person or thing that makes an action or process easy or easier. We just deliver it for them to understand, and then you let the team or the group decide. Okay, vote if necessary. Think of the pros and cons, 'di ba? Yan yung trabaho ng facilitator. And the need to have a facilitator depends on the group's goals. Suppose a group holds meetings, especially for the purpose of trading information through announcement and reports. So, yung bang group na to, kailangan pa ba ng facilitator? Likewise, kung ang isang group naman ay merong monthly business as usual meetings para sa mga routine decisions about standard problems gaya ng mga assignments or scheduling. Okay, so yung mga issues po na ganyan could be handled for years without any facilitation or whatsoever kasi routine responsibility na po yan. Kaya lang, pag tiningnan natin, pag tiningnan natin, what about more difficult challenges? Example, we would like to clarify the roles and responsibilities for individuals involved in projects that have not been done before. Syempre, kailangan po yan ng facilitator. Example, resolving high-stakes conflicts. Kailangan po yan ng facilitator. Long-term planning. Kailangan po yan ng facilitator. O kaya, meron tayong i-introduce na new technology or new policies or memorandum sa ating mga empleyado, kailangan ng facilitator yan. So, in situation like this, the group is likely to make wiser, more lasting decisions if they enlist a facilitator, okay, who knows how to support them to do their best thinking. Let's talk about this as the first role of a facilitator or functions, okay, of facilitator. Kasi pag-usapan muna natin ngayon, ano ba yung mga functions natin? Ano ba yung mga ginagawa ng facilitator? So first one is encourages, okay, full participation. Number two, promotes mutual understandings. Number three, fosters inclusive solutions. We need to make sure that every single voice is heard. And of course, the last is cultivate shared responsibility. We need to make them realize that every single participant or employee is responsible, accountable, and important. So let's talk about, okay, the first function of a facilitator is encourages full participation. So, a basic problem in group meetings, trainings, or group decision making activities is that people don't say what they are really thinking. Hindi naman talaga sila nagsishare. Aminin natin, yung mga una-una tayong empleyado, yung mga una-unang taon natin sa company, yan, bida-bida tayo. Meron mga bida-bidang participants, very active, very engaged. Pero aminin natin habang tumatagal tayo sa company, Nawawala yung energy, nagiging nonchalant na lang. Sabi nga ng iba, sige lang, kayo na bahala diyan. Tapusin ko lang 'tong meeting, okey na kayo na lang, kayo na lang. 'Di ba sabi ng mga seasoned, sabi ng mga tenured, "O sige kayo na lang." Okey, meron naman mga tenured, maliligalig talaga sila in terms sa Batangas, maligalig. Yung hindi lahat ng sasabihin mo may kontra sila, against sila sa lahat ng ikaw facilitator may sasabihin ka, against agad sila meron hap, 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 nagtataas na agad ng kamay. Hindi ka pa tapos sa sentence mo, may comment na agad siya. O, may empleyado po ba kayo na ganyan? So, as a facilitator, okay, paano natin gagawin yan, no? If it's particularly hard to do so when the group's response is likely to be dismissive or hostile, no? Yung para bang wala silang pakialam. So, let us check this. Ayan. So, people don't say what they are thinking. This is the reality. Hindi talaga nila sinasabi yung kanila pong mga naiisip. Because ang kanila sa isip ay, consider these comments. Comments nila to. Impossible, won't work, no way. Hindi na nila sila magsasabi kasi wala din naman, hindi din naman magagawa, hindi din naman magwo-work. 'Di ba? Ano pa sabi? Haven't we already covered that? May mga paganyan pa sila, no? May mga paganyan pa sila ng mga hanas sa buhay nila. Ano, di ba na-discuss na yan last time? But yan na naman ang meeting. Paulit-ulit na lang. Di ba kaya ka nga paulit-ulit? Kasi hindi naman nila ginagawa. And yung iba, what does that have to do with anything? So parang, ano ba pakialam namin dyan? Ano ba magagawa niyan sa amin? So statements like this discourage the members to think out loud in a group. So how are we going to encourage full participation? Okay? So as a facilitator, you understand the difficulty of thinking out loud in a group and help people overcome it. So ano yung ginagawa natin? You help everyone overcome the fear of sharing in a group. Kailangan po natin silang magawang inclusive yung atin pong mga group meetings. What else? Um, you draw people out and help everyone feel heard, 'di ba? You reduce the incidence of premature criticism, 'di ba? Nagkakaroon tayo ng room para sa mga quiet members natin and ma-reduce natin yung premature criticism. You also support everyone to keep thinking instead of shutting down. So by doing all of these things, the quality of the group's participation will vastly improve. So first function natin, encourages full participation. Gisingin natin yung ating mga participants. So ano yung kailangan nating gawin daw? Promotes mutual understanding, 'di ba? So we need to promote mutual understanding. As a facilitator, we help the group realize that sustainable agreements are built on a foundation of mutual understanding. So kailangan bilang mga facilitator, peacemaker tayo. Hindi tayo pa yung, alam niyo yon, nagsusulsol o kaya nagti-take side o kaya naggagatong para magkagulo lalo yung ating mga participants. So, as facilitator, you help the members see that thinking from each other's points of view is priceless. Diba? We accept the inevitability of misunderstanding. Moreover, the facilitator accepts na talagang hindi maiiwasan yan, yung mga misunderstanding. You also recognize that misunderstandings are stressful for everyone involved, 'di ba? Kaya yung mga tao na 'to kailangan ng support natin. You also stay impartial and honor all points of view. Alam natin na kailangan yung respect, tapos lahat ng mga views and options are heard, okay, and acknowledged. So you need to keep listening so that each member has confidence na meron po nakikinig at nakaunawa sa kanila. Kasi alam nyo, parang ganito yan kapag ang isang participant o empleyado, isang beses mo lang siya na hindi ma-acknowledge, hindi mo matawag o hindi mo mabanggit hindi mo masabi yung kanyang pino-point out or hindi mo na acknowledge yung gusto niyang opinion, naku, sasabihin niyan, hindi na ako hindi na ako nagsasuggest diyan, hindi naman din ako pinapakinggan. Okay. So, most people are entrenched in a conventional mindset. So ano ba yung conventional mindset nila, no? Ito yung conventional mindset for solving problems and resolving conflicts. Ano yon? It's either my way or your way. People have different opinions. May kanya-kanyang mga opinion. As a result, most problem-solving discussions degenerate into critiques, rationalizations, and sales jobs as participants attach to their fixed positions and work to defend their own interests. Ang nangyari, nagkaaway-away pa. Nagkasamaan pa ng loob sa meeting. Kaya sabi ng isang empleyado, yan, laging kontra yan sa akin eh. Basta may meeting, hindi pwedeng hindi niya ako kokontrahin eh. Laging may nakahanda na rebat na yan sa akin eh. Hindi ako magpapatalo dyan. So, nangyari, lalo nagkagulo sa meeting. So, kailangan makapag-promote tayo ng mutual understanding. Ha? Kailangan mayroon tayong mutual understanding. An experienced facilitator knows, okay, how to help a group search for innovative ideas. 'Di ba? So nagkakaroon din tayo ng innovative ideas that incorporate everyone's points of view. Ito naman yung third natin. We foster inclusive solutions. Okay? So we foster inclusive solutions. Okay? So how are we going to fosters inclusive solutions? Bilang mga facilitator, kailangan na alam natin how to help a group search for innovative ideas that incorporate everyone's points of view. Lahat ng empleyado, lahat ng kamiting natin ay may kanya-kanyang mga pananaw sa mga bagay. Very challenging yung task na ito kasi the facilitator is often the only person in the room who has even considered the possibility that inclusive alternatives may exist, 'di ba? Minsan kasi yung iba walang pakialam sa meeting o sa pinag-uusapan. Like, alright, kung ano na lang decision nyo, kayo na lang. O, yun na lang. Sige na, para tapos na. 'Di ba? Pero ang gusto kasi natin, ah, makuha natin yung mga sagot mula doon sa ating mga participants or employee. Secondly, you help the group survive the grown zone. Diba? You can help a group survive the grown zone as the members struggle to build a shared framework of understanding. Itong grown zone na tinatawag natin is the point, okay, in which meron silang wala silang shared understanding of a particular thing. So, you help the group formulate creative proposals that reflect weaving together of several perspectives. Tinutulungan natin sila na makapag-reflect at makakuha tayo ng perspectives o mga pananaw para makapag-end tayo o magkaroon ng closure in which we are going to build sustainable agreement. Pinag-usapan natin yung inclusive solutions. Na everybody is about to be heard and acknowledged, especially if there is a grown zone, okay, in our meeting. Kasi itong grown zone na ito ay very uncomfortable. It is an uncomfortable phase in which a particular team, a group, or organization goes through when dealing with complex ideas, change, or collaboration. So, sa panahon na ang mga tao po ay nakakaranas ng confusion, frustration, or tension mula sa iba't ibang perspectives or multiple perspectives na sinishare, yun po yung tinatawag natin na grown zone. Ano po bang characteristics nitong grown zone? Example, debate. Ayan. Disagreement and conflicting ideas. Yan po, grown zone po yan. Feeling stuck or overwhelmed by complexity. Maraming mga tanong or clarifications or madalas argumento, and the team's energy may drop temporarily. So kailan nangyayari yung grown zone? Ma-observe natin that it happens when team members have diverse perspectives or priorities. And the problem at hand is complex and doesn't have a simple solution. O kaya naman, people resist change or feel uncertainty. No? Yung ang dami nilang nire-raise na questions or namin nilang nire-raise na concerns na alam naman nila na it goes against the company policies kaya hindi pwedeng pagbigyan, di ba? May mga makukulit na pinipilit po 'yan. So, necessary phase 'to in collaboration or innovation at tumutulong ito sa atin na yung mga perspectives ay marinig. Ano, normal lang na may grown zone kasi kayo po, ano naman po yung inyo pong opinion po in this particular thing. What about this group? What do you think is the better thing to do? Kayo po, ano naman yung inyo? Lahat hiningan mo. Kung 20 yung ka-meeting mo o kaya 10, kung may kanya-kanya, grupo-grupo, may kanya-kanyang mga idea. Okay, so that's the grown zone. How are you going to survive that? So it leads us to better understanding and stronger solutions if navigated well. So in the corporate world, okay, normally yung mga leaders or facilitator often guide their teams through the grown zone by first, for example, we encourage open communication without judgment. Minimake sure natin na inclusive ang ating mga meetings and discussion. Ano pa? Sinasummarize natin. Number two, we summarize ideas to find common grounds. Kasi yan naman, although iba't iba, meron mga common grounds yan. So, isummarize mo yan, mag-end up tayo sa isang mutual understanding. Sabi nga doon sa number two. And thirdly, we remind the team that discomfort is part of creative problem solving. Trabaho lang. Walang personalan. We are all professional, okay, and civil people, 'di ba? Pero totoo 'yan, nangyayari 'yan, 'di ba? Kaya nga kapag may meeting, katabi mo best friend mo, sa mga kaibigan mo para pag nagbotohan kayo panalo. People support a world they help create. Lagi nating tatandaan. Hindi tayo nagbababa lang ng rules. Hindi tayo nagsasabi lang ng announcements. But instead, we get the ideas from them, we process it, we find the common ground, and then we end up with the best solution. The choice to be passive often seems to make such good sense. It may not be worth the bother if nothing I can say would matter anyway. Sabi ng mga, bakit pa ako magsasuggest? Di naman kami pinapakinggan. So if the expert knows more than the others, why not accept that person's judgment and follow his or her advice? Sabi nga dito, people support a world they help create. At the same time, creating a culture of shared responsibility requires serious effort from the whole team. So, yeah, nagkakaroon ng culture of shared responsibility. The group's leader has to endorse the value of shared responsibility, and both the leader and the members have to develop the procedures and acquire the skills to make participatory decision making work. So kailangan nating maturuan yung ating mga kasama na the existence of a facilitator often makes the critical difference. So tayo po ang critical difference doon sa meeting. This person is sometimes a coach, sometimes a teacher, or sometimes a co-designer of systems and procedures, and sometimes a motivational speaker. Become motivational speakers who inspire them to stand up and take risks. In this sense, a facilitator is the steward of a profound culture change. So, tinutulungan natin yung mga group na makapag-evolve from business as usual, deference, and dependency to assertiveness, collaboration, and shared responsibility. Tinuturuan natin sila na maging assertive doon sa kanila pong mga concerns na hindi lang sila maging alam niyo, walang pakialam, yung nonchalant o kung ano man. Bagkus tinuturuan natin sila na maging actively participating and having this sense of accountability and responsibility po to collaborate and take a stand doon sa mga decisions na mabubuo. So yan po yung cultivating shared responsibility.